Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting streamer drama coming out over here, where we had some big news that came out from Ninja, one of the bigger streamers, YouTubers, Fortnite boyos out there, who actually has now made a pretty big announcement where he is now streaming on pretty much every single platform. TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and all that at the same exact time. But a lot of folks saw the initial reaction of how he announced this / started hyping this on up, where he basically was claiming a big mental breakdown and he's freaking out and needs a break to stay away from everything and all of that. And well, because of that, the internet is actually going after him. So we're going to talk about this, talk about some of the comments that people are making, and it does kind of seem like a lot more folks are kind of getting more and more upset about this because we're now seeing mainstream articles. We saw it trending up on Twitter, and a lot of folks actually calling out Ninja for what a lot of folks say is just a misrepresentation of mental health issues, and basically almost people saying he's mocking people with mental health. So I'm just kind of more so not going to really chime in my own opinions on this too much, but of course kind of give you guys all the information of what's going on, what people are saying, etc., etc. I do think it's a little bit distasteful though, just to really quickly get out there, because I mean it is there's definitely bigger ways and better ways to probably promote this type of stuff too as well. But at the same time, too, I want to hear all your thoughts down below. So as we mentioned, Ninja did do a pretty big specific promotion over here where he's been now talking about how he's streaming on every different type of platform. Trying his best to hopefully have 4 different chats open, interact with everyone, people trying to be excited over here, and this is all just based off his initial tweet he did a few days ago / about a week ago or so, where he's hey, I just need a break, I don't know when I'm gonna be back, I don't know what's going on. This is basically when he was just hey, I just gotta go away. It was basically off of this tweet right here. I need a break, I don't know when I'll be back or where. And that came into the part 2 of when he was on that stream. He is essentially saying bro, I can't do this anymore, I can't handle this, I need a break, I don't know what's going on, I'm being super serious here, I gotta get out of here, I gotta get out of streaming, I don't know, I'm going crazy. So basically you can kind of see how some folks can be well, some people have a lot of mental health issues or have other issues and stuff like that. And well, it is kind of true. It was, I think, kind of some people are kind of saying it was a little bit on the distasteful side. Now, at the end of the day, though, I'm one of those more indifferent folks. I think he was just trying to promote that type of stuff. I think he could have probably done it slightly better. Obviously, this is just my take on it. But of course, a lot of folks out there are a lot more upset with it. And like I said, I kind of give them the benefit of the doubt and kind of give them respect on what they're saying. Because some people are calling him out pretty heavily. So it's all over the place. If you even just gotta look up here on Twitter, we're just seeing stuff all over the place, dude. All over the place. Here. These are just random people. Anyway, if we're keeping it a buck, Ninja taking a break, framing it as a mental health reason, then leaving Twitch to multi-stream a few days later was a trash move. Mental health isn't something to use in your marketing too as well. We're seeing people now tweeting out all these news articles too on top of that as well, on just in general too as well. And there's also people out saying I'm not a fan of Ninja, but as someone who suffers mental health issues, I don't want to be silent. You don't get to judge whether or not someone's actually suffering too as well. So a lot of folks are saying hey, he could have actually had issues, or he could have actually wanted that nice proper break to think through his stuff, think through his future, etc., which is also possibly true. I never want to go and you never know exactly what the guy's thinking. Maybe he does just want to have a proper break. You never know. But of course, we have folks saying things oh look, Ninja exploited mental health issues for all of a week or some and used it to come back live on every platform. Mans was smirking during his breakdown because he knew what he was doing, as well as mental health in the gamer sphere isn't critical enough. So just as the per usual stuff when it comes to Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, everyone is upset for pretty much anything you go and do. Now, I'm not going to go give Ninja a free pass, because obviously, if you think it's bad, that's kind of bad. I think it's right for people to call him out. But it's kind of crazy to just see no matter what happens, a lot of folks are upset with it. And like I said, it is somewhat rightfully so. If you're going, let's say you just lost your job, you lost your kids, you lost your wife, you lost your whatever, and then you have someone like a Ninja who's making a few $1 million just a year, and he's just playing games, chilling in his house, and he's already millionaire. You can kind of see how people can maybe be bro, it's not that deep to get stream sniped, or it's not that deep to go and stream. I wish I could do that first, work in construction all the time, or work in my normal job, or work in retail. So, you can kind of see both sides. I mean, I don't want to give Ninja too much of a free pass here, though, because I usually like to be on, at least the neutral side when it comes to news. But a lot of folks, like I said, is hey, this is completely unavoidable. You have to read the room and get a smarter marketing team, too, as well. We're seeing stuff like Eurogamer calling him out, saying Ninja faked a mental health crisis to market his big return. People are saying hey, Ninja's a piece of trash. Trying to be a mental health related, but 8 days later streaming everywhere, total piece of trash too as well. A lot of folks are saying it had nothing to do with mental health. What a bad take too as well. He was frustrated with Fortnite. which is coming against all players of the game too as well. And this is kind of like them just saying like, hey, maybe he actually was, burnt out from this too as well. But people said like, hey, originally I planned to upload a video talking about streaming and all of that. However, since learned that Ninja's a phony and lied about having mental health issues, I need to owe him for my video, since originally I had mentioned it too as well. And like people into like people are saying like, bro, like this guy's just having mental crisis everywhere too on top of this too, and like people are like weird. So yeah, it's kind of getting a little bit more bigger, I would say. Like taking advantage of mental health to advertise, it is not a good look too as well. Playing the mental health card I need a break was kind of cheap in my opinion. Too as well. Gross of your mental health to promote yourself by Ninja, dude, as well. It was Ninja used a mental health crisis to promote his move to all platforms. Not going to tell people not to support him, but he is gross that he did that too as well. Faked mental health issues for a PR stunt. Ninja is such a classy guy. I've always disliked a lot of Ninja's actions, but faking a mental health crisis as a PR stunt is absolutely disgusting. Like I said, I don't want to give him too much of a free pass or too much of a whatever. I think maybe he was just being dumb and trying his best to go get some promotion and kind of like stir him up, people getting hyped up from him. But like it is kind of true. Like I said, if you're like a normal worker, maybe like you have a really big issue, maybe you have even a disability, maybe you have like anything that's going on. Like there's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world right now. You probably don't want to hear about a multi-millionaire complaining about Fortnite or Fortnite stream snipers or how you need a break from it, whether or not, it's true or not. But of course, I do want to say, like, as a content creator myself, as you guys know, I'm a Twitch streamer, you guys want to hang out on Twitch, you guys totally can. Sometimes, like, those little small issues do add up. Now, I do kind of think this leans towards a marketing ploy, and I don't think, like, I've seen people do a lot worse. I've seen content creators do a lot worse. I mean, I've seen people fake disabilities for money and donations. I've seen people steal money for charity stuff. Like, at the end of the day, this isn't that big of a deal. But it is, if people are upset about it, people are upset about it at the end of the day. And I mean, like I said, it's somewhat rightfully so too as well. But of course, some people are like, hey, I'm just confused. Like, he just said he wants to have like a mental health crisis, but he just wants to have a break. Like, there is stuff over here. Here's even a bigger content creator calling him out from a downsy saying, I suffered badly from burnout last year making daily YouTube videos and streaming almost daily too. I was criticized massively for how I treated my viewers as my mental health declined as a result. So Ninja using burnout as an advertising prop really rubs me the wrong way too as well. And just a lot of folks too, like did Ninja, this is also from like, verified accounts on Jacob Wolf saying, is Ninja faking a mental health crisis to tease a streaming platform move, which it kind of was too as well. Like, it is just all over the place, man. There's even some tweets of Ninja himself with like 1,500 favorites. Nice to use a mental health breakdown as a marketing ploy. People have breakdowns like that, and just for you to use it as a marketing ploy makes people uncomfortable to be comfortable with their feelings. Lowest thing you've done so far. Like, you guys, like, there's a lot. Like, there's a lot. And I've been seeing some folks even like on Reddit, on Twitch itself, also making comments, some people even on TikToks, I think even making fun of Ninja and kind of calling him out on this behavior. And it does kind of seem like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're seeing a lot more comments, a lot more big articles, a lot more people kind of calling him out for it. And that's why I'm even making this video, because I'm very curious to see what your thoughts are on it as well. I kind of chimed in my thoughts throughout this video. I think I've definitely seen worse controversies, but at the same time too, it is pretty distasteful to go push for it as well. But it's also one of those things too where it's kind of already done. He's already kind of in motion. It's like day 2 of him on different platforms already. Not to give him a free pass, obviously. Like, people should be held accountable, especially if you're someone who's more adamantly against it, like a lot of the folks we showcased up on this video. But it's, in my mind, I'm like, it's probably going to go away in a few days. He's not usually someone who, is making fun of people with mental disabilities or mental health issues and all of that. And, like, maybe he did really just need a break at the end of the day. But like I said, I don't want to give him too much of a free pass because you can tell there's a lot of folks out here that are, like, awful. Like it's just nonstop. Everyone's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, faking anxiety and stress problem to advertise yourself as immoral, disrespectful to all the people who suffer from mental health problems. You have no honor, and that is not bought with money. And these are all, like, directly at Ninja himself. Although, I will go and say on like a lighter note over here, instead of just having a video completely bashing Ninja, it is very still intriguing to see how a streamer is on like 4 or 5 different platforms at once, and I would actually maybe like to do a deep dive later on throughout this week on how the numbers have affected everything in terms of growth, in terms of viewership, in terms of subs, and all of that, and we go from there. But like I said, give me your thoughts. Or is the internet too sensitive? Or do you think it's messed up? I would love to actually hear it down below if you guys would like to. And as well, if you guys are bored, you guys can always hang out on my Twitch stream if you guys would like to, linked down below. And as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below, Twitter and Twitch streams down below, Target links for all the consoles and all that good stuff too as well. And well, we'll go and see what happens all throughout these next few days. Love you guys all, and thank you guys so much for watching in the first place.